Welcome to the instructional video on how to take your e-exam at the Riyadh Colleges of Dentistry and Pharmacy. Dear student, in this video today I'll be showing you how to log in and attempt your e-exam. Now when you enter the exam hall, make sure to bring your student ID with you. You will not be allowed to sit your exam until you provide your student ID to the invigilator for verification that you are the student assigned to take this exam. Now once you've entered the exam hall and you've shown your student ID to the invigilators, you'll be given an attendance sheet. Please sign your attendance sheet with your name and ID. When you're sitting at your computer, you will be given a piece of paper by the invigilator, and on that piece of paper will be written three things. The first thing will be your username, the second one will be your password, and the third may or may not be there. It's the password for your specific exam for that day if your doctor or teacher set a password to access that exam. I'll show you where you're going to put those things. Now when you sit at your computer, the computer will already be opened to this screen. Okay, this is your login screen, and from that piece of paper that the invigilator gave you, you will enter your username here. Now for example, I'm going to pretend my username is student1, and on my piece of paper it says my password is change me. So I've entered my password and I'm going to log in. Now no need to remember the username because you may not be using this computer again, so go ahead and log in. Now that you've logged in, you'll come to a page that says My Courses, and all your courses that you're enrolled in for this semester will be listed. You'll have obviously 6, 7, maybe up to 8 courses that you're taking, but only focus on the course of the exam that you're taking today. Now, today, for example, I'm taking English 140 Medical Terminology 2 with my teacher, Dr. Maliha Ahmed. So I'm going to open up my course of the exam I'm taking today. Now, Dr. Maliha has set a second assessment for me, and I'll be taking my second assessment, so I will choose second assessment. Once I've chosen the correct exam, my doctor or teacher will have set some instructions or an introduction for me. Go ahead and read that introduction. For example, the doctor wrote, "There's only one correct answer per question and good luck." Now, by default, the college will only allow you one attempt, which means you can only take this exam once. Now, it also says quiz open and quiz close date. You don't need to get into those details. But it also mentions to attempt this quiz, you need to know the quiz password. Now remember that piece of paper that the invigilator gave you in the beginning with your username and password? It also has the password to attempt this exam. Now don't get confused, students, when it says quiz, okay? By quiz, they mean the second assessment. So just ignore that and click Attempt Quiz Now. And Start Attempt. Now I'm going to be starting my second assessment exam for English 140. So to attempt this quiz, you need to know the quiz password or the second assessment password, which is on the piece of paper. Now I've set the password as English 1, and then continue. Now that I've entered the password from that piece of paper, my exam will open. Now some doctors will have more than one question per page. I've put one question per page. Now this is my actual second assessment exam, students. I'm logged in and I've started my second assessment exam. Now as you know, here in the college, assessments are 1 hour long and final exams are 2 hours long. So you must finish your exam either within 1 hour or 2 hours if it's a final exam. Now just to help you understand how to take this exam, you'll see the question number. You'll see that it's not answered yet. You'll see how many marks is it, each question. So this is half a mark. And I can flag this question if I'd like to come back to it. For example, if I'd like to skip this question and come back to it later, I can flag it and come back. Now, I'm just going to run through and take this exam. In this exam, I've only made 6 questions. You may have 20 questions, 30 questions, or up to 40 questions, and they'll all be listed here. Now, I can jump to any question I'd like. I can go back and forth. If I'm going in one direction, that doesn't mean I can't return to my previous question. I can choose to return to any question. So how do you spell the capital of Saudi Arabia? I'm just going to choose some answers. And every time I finish my question, I'll hit next. Now here's my next question. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia? Riyadh. Next. What is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia geographically called? A peninsula. Next. And as you see, I'm taking each question and going from question to question. So now I'm question 4. Green and white. Next. Now, for example, question 5, what is the official language of KSA? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I want to skip this question. I'll go next, and I won't answer this question, number 5. And I'll go to question number 6 and answer this question. Now, if you notice, I left question number 5 unanswered, and it's showing me that I've answered all my questions except question number 5. Also, when I've finished all 40 questions or all 20 questions, I come to something called Summary of Attempt. It lists all the questions and it lists the status of the questions. So for example, all these answers were saved, but number 5 is not answered yet. So I can return from here and answer number 5, or I can go from the navigation and go back to number 5 and answer the question. And my answers are already saved. Now what I wanted to draw your attention to is your answers are saved each time you navigate to the next page. So you don't have to save it anywhere. Automatically when you move from page to page to page, your previous answers are saved. Now, just as a last little reminder, if for any reason your browser crashes, don't worry. Your answers will still be there, and alert an invigilator and they will help you to restart the exam. And if you experience any other technical problems, alert an invigilator and they will call someone from the IT department to help you. Now, to finish the exam, you have to click Submit All and Finish. Now, there will be a confirmation box. Students, this is the most important part. It says, once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers for this attempt. So make sure you're done with the exam. If you're not, go ahead and cancel and go back and reattempt some of your questions. But if you're sure, again, you'll submit all and finish. Now, you'll get a summary again that you've finished your exam and no more attempts are allowed. Once you've reached this page, your exam is now finished. Please go ahead and raise your hand and inform the invigilator that you're done with your exam, no more attempts are allowed, and they will help you exit the exam hall. I hope these quick and easy steps were helpful to you when you attempt your exam. Good luck on all your exams.